Hey people, what's up? Let's look at two very sweet candyland sort of fragrance that get often a lot of talk, all right? So today I have with me one very much of a powerhouse of a fragrance from the 80s, all right? Another one from the 2000s, all right? So the fragrances I have with me to review and compare, as you can see from the title, Mont Blanc Individual and Joop Homme, the pink juice. All right. So basically, both of them are very interesting scents and very sort of power packed fragrances. All right. So basically, why there is so much talk and then hype, especially on this one in the recent days. Let's see if this fragrance is worth the hype or not. All right. So let's look at the information. So basically, out of these two, the Yupom, this actually is the Big Daddy. It came out in 1989, the year. Many of you were not even born there, like the youngsters. So basically, this shares a lot of similarity with this, as I mentioned, Mont Blanc Individual. Why? Let me tell you the notes. I'm gonna read from my notes. Let me tell you the notes from my notes. All right. So you'll see why they're kind of similar. So in the Montblanc Individual, this one, other one, that one came out a bit more later. All right. This one, the Montblanc Individual release date was 2003. So basically 1989 and 2003. And then there's another third fragrance that also smells supposedly a lot like these two, but much more neat version from the Creed. All right. So basically, that one we'll talk about a bit later. All right. So that is the original Santal. All right. Don't own it, but still can talk about it. All right. So let's see the notes side by side when you compare. Up top in the Joop, this one many people say Joop, Joop. I think the correct pronunciation is Joop, Joop the very popular pink juice, iconic. Right. So let's look at the notes. On the top, what do you get? You're gonna get orange blossom, mandarin orange, bergamot. These are the three top prominent notes as suggested by Fragrantica. All right. The second stage, you're gonna get jasmine, lily of the valley, cardamom, and cinnamon. So a bit spicy and bit floral coming in, and as well as at the third stage, you're gonna get sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, and patchouli. So you see the one side, the pink side. Let's look at the other side. For this, all right, for this you're gonna get Mont Blanc Individual. The top note you get pineapple, juniper berries, mint, cinnamon, cardamom. The second phase you're gonna get geranium, orange blossom, jasmine, and violet. All right, and the last stage you're gonna get vanilla, dark chocolate, okay, patchouli, musk, and raspberry. So very, as you can see, a lot of notes enlisted. But one thing really to focus here is the notes that are common in both these fragrances. As you can see from the notes, I'll put them down in description as well. They share a lot of common notes, all right, up top, in the middle, even in the end. So basically, you get the similarity because of those notes. So what are the prominent notes? Let's talk about you. Let's talk a little about Joop Homme, all right? This is on the times, the 80s, when the powerhouse, excuse me, the powerhouse fragrances were coming out. As I always mention, back then, CK, CK1, Daniel Desire Red. You also used to get David of Coolwater, Fahrenheit, which I reviewed a few days ago, as well as Angel Man. Like those times, like back in the powerhouse time, the power pack fragrances that are coming out. So Yupom came out with this pink juice, all right? So basically, I wanted this in my collection for a few reasons. The first reason, I want a bottle which has pink juice in it. I'm a collector. My mind works like I look at my collection, I see different types, different combination of colors, different kind of bottles, different type of fragrances. So this I wanted despite the very popular, that the talk. People say this is a sweet as amped up as like crazy. This is as sweet as it gets. I like sweet fragrances and I wanted the pink juice. Second reason, the bottle gives me the juice 125 ml, which will take really long time for me to finish. Maybe I hope this one carry on for years. So my second reason. Third reason to get was this, you know, this one gives you that performance and projection for a very long time. All right, known to be a beast, and this is for winter. All right, so basically, let's try to, smell it and see how what it gives us. All right, so the, as I'll show you the bottle from very close actually, so you can have some idea. It says Joop Homme, and the bottle is a little at the back, bit cylindrical. If you were familiar with Nautica Voyage, that's sort of a bottle at the back, but bit taller because this has bit more juice. Sprayer works really, really fine. All right, and then the cap, you get a little bit of beetroot, that sort of color, bit purplish, and the juice is pink. Yeah, exactly pink. When you put it against the light, it looks really beautiful. All right, so when you spray it first time, what you get from that opening, this is gonna give you the sweetness right away. It's not, doesn't play with you. It's not gonna like be kidding around or quietly come to the picture. It doesn't do it. Moment you spray this on, and one spray only, if you spray 2 or 3 of this, your whole neighborhood is gonna know you are going with Candyland attached to your back. All right, it's following you, the Candyland. That sort of a fragrance this is. Perfect for winter. This is gonna give you opening that, if you can imagine, like there's a fragrance which is called, I think, pink sugar. I think this one, the concept of it, I think works similar. All right, because this has the smell, like if you can imagine how sugar will smell like, syrupy sugar, like maple syrup, or something like a chocolate flavored, not chocolate, strawberry flavored, that sort of a syrup. Excuse me, that sort of a sweet opening on this, and little bit of mandarin orange, little bit, and bergamot, little bit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not spraying this on my skin because I am in a closed room, and seriously, I wouldn't dare. When I'm going out, yeah, maybe. So basically, yeah, you get a very nice, soft, sort of a pink sugar, at the same time, like, how to say, that syrupy sweet right on top. When you spray it first time, it's going to be very, very strong. I know the community is split right in the middle. People say they cannot take the top note of this. I am on the side where I love sweet fragrances. I happen to love the opening burst, and I would dare to put it somewhere in my neck and one on my arm. I'll tap 2 sprays, maximum 3. One day for fun, I put 6 sprays of this during the summer days in Bangladesh. And when I was walking in the streets, everybody was looking at me like this. What the hell? That's when I knew, just that was an experiment, by the way. If you put more than 2 to 3 sprays, even like more than 2 sprays on this, of this on your skin, you're gonna be like, good target for maybe honeybees or something. They're gonna be following you. All right, or people who are attracted to like intensified sweetness. Yeah, this will attract those people, and they might start chasing you or beat you up also, because sometimes it's too sweet. All right, but if very, very beautiful and gorgeous, and then it slowly turns down. The second stage, you're gonna, on the dry down, after 1 hour or so, the dry down is gonna give you those florals, the sweetness from those, syrupy sweetness is disappearing slowly. If you can stand that opening 1 hour, that's when you're gonna see the magic of Joop Homme, a fragrance that has been surviving for 3 decades. There must be a reason, guys, right? The reason is that dry down. Yes, this is a bit childish. This has no boundaries, or there's no leash on this fragrance. This is sweetness on steroids without any leash on that. You can imagine that sort of an animal. Pink animal without any leash on it. It knows no boundaries. This is born wild, born free. The dry down, you're gonna get those florals coming in slowly. All right, you're gonna see jasmine, lily of the valley. So I know it's a combination of few florals. All right, that's when the beauty starts taking place. So on the winter days, very beautiful. If you know how to use this, I'll tell you, 2 sprays of this, and if you don't do more than that, you're gonna get that expected outcome in the winter days. And slowly you'll see that cardamom and cinnamon. Cardamom not so much, because there's a sweet fragrance. Cardamom is a bit more spicy, on the spicy side. The cinnamon, yeah, the second stage, cinnamon takes over with those florals. That's when it's gonna give you the pleasant sweetness, if you're a fan of sweet fragrance, with a touch of sweet spicy. That's where this shines. That's where this is so beautiful. And then slowly it's going down to that vanilla dry down, you know. Excuse me. And then sandalwood and tonka bean, vanilla, patchouli. So all those in the end. So until the end, it never goes down weak. All right. It never weakens. I never found this to be a weak scent, you know. It's one of my power pack fragrances. And when I'm mood for happy mood, like, you know, I want to have like I'm going to a carnival or something, or I'm going to have a good day to myself, you know, I'm going to have some, you know, positive day, you know, sun is shining on a winter day, contrasting ideas, but yeah, the sun is up and stuff, it's not raining or not so gloomy, I put this on. Really love this. Many people hate it. They love or hate fragrance. All right. So basically, that's what you're gonna get. So in the end, as I mentioned, that vanilla will come along with patchouli. Patchouli, don't smell that much patchouli in it, but then yeah, the tonka bean, vanilla, and combination of sandalwood. A little bit of sandalwood, but not so refined, I guess. But the tonka bean and vanilla carries this over. So that's Joop Homme for you. At the bottom, as you can see, forgot to show you the sticker as well. So yeah, that's where you're gonna get it. And in case if you're interested, there's the box. It says Joop Homme, same like the bottle, and then the concentration EDT, which easily could be EDP, by the way. So love this box. You know, it's not doing, the light is not doing justice to it, but very nice pink and a little bit of darker, and slowly goes down bit lighter with the shades and stuff. Very nice. On the top you get the logo, at the side you get the sticker with the price on. Yeah, at the bottom you get some information. So that's pretty much Joop Homme for you. A beast of a fragrance, sweet, pink. It feels like a god. If a god could be, you know, pink, and but not a lady, not a female god, this could be a man that wears pink proudly, who's not afraid to show off, at the same time who's not afraid or shy, very extrovert scent. All right, so let's see the other one, the modern version of Joop Homme. Mont Blanc Individual. Jeremy hyped this up to the max, which saw the price of this sky high, rocketing high, right? And many people followed that hype, bought this without testing this on their skin. They never bothered. Many of them never bothered to try it on the skin or look at the notes as well, or the purpose, or what this fragrance is all about. Let me tell you what this fragrance is all about, right? So, as you can see from the bottle, this is Mont Blanc Individual. This top is plastic. The cap is a bit painful to take off. It's alright, got some weight to it. Have the Mont Blanc emblem on the top. Yeah, I got the kind of, yeah. Inside nothing much. And the sprayer is little dwarfy. Short sprayer, but works really fine. I wanted to actually spray this, but then the room, it's gonna fill up the room, so yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but the spray works really okay. Decent spray, alright? So it gets a B for the sprayer. And the bottle outlook, kind of slick. It's supposed to be representative of a watch, if I'm not mistaken, that watch you wear from Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc has very elegant and posh looking, you know, those watches. So yeah, if you like those, this, and the pen as well, their pens are outstanding. I gifted few to my dad, yeah, so I know. So basically, yeah, it says individual at the bottom, and then some information and stuff. All right, I don't want to spend so much time on the bottle. Let's just look at the juice. The juice is a bit grayish. All right, it gives you the idea what sort of fragrance it's gonna be. So basically, this fragrance I have a lot of history with. Before it got the hype, during my university days, my Hugo Boss, my Hugo by Hugo, CK1, or what else was I using? I was using a lot of those David of Cool Water. Yeah, that time, this was also in my collection. Also, I used to have Lacoste Pour Homme. So back then, those are the kind of scents I used to own. But back then I didn't know much about fragrances. So I used to use this during the summer days because I was in Malaysia studying in university. So this was one of my signature scents in university. Used to like it, but never really felt this could be the special signature scent. I used to like more like when I was young, I used to like the Dunhill Red. Why? Because Dunhill Red is a bit more prominent and a bit more sweet, but same kind of fragrance this is. But I never really found this to be that extraordinary. Why? Because to me, to my nose, it's a very decent fragrance. My personal opinion is this is a very decent fragrance. This is a gentlemanly fragrance, and it's not as animalistic as this. This is a suited up version of Joop Homme, modern take of Joop Homme. All right. This one can be versatile during the times of the cooler seasons, autumn, fall, winter. Yeah, you can use both of this. This one is not as much loud as this, but still get the sweetness because they share a lot of common notes. So as you can see from the both, as I mentioned, this one has the added note of pineapple up top. Why did I mention pineapple? When I think of pineapple, I think of something very fruity and something very sexy. Why? Because when I think of Aventus, which is in my list to get sometime, some point of my life, has that pineapple note up top. Makes it very, very alluring, sweet, fruity, at the same time, sexy and fresh. So imagine a man who's not smelling so much dark and incensey, bit more youth, but at the same time manly. Yep, you're gonna get Mont Blanc Individual. That's how that smells. Not as good as Aventus maybe, because personally, honestly speaking, never smelled Aventus, but from the nose breakdown or the review I saw, that one is a king. So respect to Aventus, King Aventus, without knowing it still. But then in my books, what does this do? During my university days, even though I never felt this was very special, I sprayed like crazy. I I, I didn't care about sprays back then because I just wanted things to last. So I just sprayed all over like our university, and my friends who were Arab friends, I used to see them. They would go like top to bottom from the head to toe. They'll spray 50 times any fragrances. They don't care about any fragrance. Like any fragrance, they would spray 50 times. I wouldn't go 50. I'd just go like 5, 6, just to make it last. This is to last a very long time on my clothes. But one special feature about this fragrance, it has that metallic tone, along with those pineapple, juniper berries up top, and then the mint. Not so much mint. Cinnamon and cardamom comes a bit later on the dry down, and also has some few other fruits. Raspberry, yeah, the note of raspberry. That's where you get the sweetness, the fruitiness, along with the pineapple. And then also on the dry down, it goes the same direction as Joop Homme, but much more toned. All right, you still get cinnamon and cardamom. So as you can see, they sound like distant cousins or brothers that got lost in a carnival or something. This one happened to go to a flower garden where people, like, that the garden is owned by ladies, so they gave the color of the juice pink. This dude maybe got lost when harvesting farm or the honeybee farm or somewhere. Guys are working mostly, so you can see the color of the juice is a bit more manly. Just my way of interpretation. All right, just nothing serious. Okay. Second stage, as you can see, the floral: geranium, orange blossom, jasmine, and violet. The floral dry down comes. But then some people, they mention for both of these, they get bubblegum vibe from it. So thing is, bubblegum, doesn't have any note actually. Like there's no such of notes people use as bubblegum. As I keep showing, this has the bubblegum feel to it. They talk about bubblegum, Ultramol. You don't really get that. Let me try again. The bubblegum smell is not in this. This is more like the fruity, yes, pineapple a little bit. It could be a bit young, but at the same time, mature people can use this too. Like if you're going looking for a good office scent, in my great opinion, Joop Homme is not. This could make a great office scent in the days of winter, autumn, and fall. This is very gentlemanly scent. This is not as loud that some people talk about, like this is a very loud scent, project really crazy. Doesn't project that crazy, but people can smell you 5 to 6 feet away when you pass them by. And you go with this like 1, 2, 2 there, 1 on your chest, 3, 1 on your arm, and you tap. 4 will last you the whole office working day. All right, from the morning all the way up till 5 o'clock, easy. If there's no heat, there's good air conditioning, or weather is a bit chilled, it's gonna last you on your clothes long time as well. Ladies love this. Likely they're gonna like this more than they like this. Some ladies, they might like it on their own skin because it's very sweet and pink. Ladies love that stuff. And actually it does smell like ladies perfume at times. Bit manly, But then, ladies, they like the strong, sweet fragrances. They can appreciate this. But I suspect ladies won't find this bit feminine. This is more masculine side. So Montblanc in their house, they have few good fragrances. But the thing is, this one gets the most love. Why? This one actually is quality. For the price you get, this is not that expensive. Neither is this. Both of them are well under 100 USD. All right. This is 90 ml. This is 125 ml. So for the price you pay, in my books, you get more for this because you get more juice. We are cheap, aren't we? Okay, bad one. But then yeah, if you're thinking of more juice to get, you're gonna get this is I think around 40 to 50 USD. You can find this. This one you have to pay a little bit more if you find buying it from Mont Blanc's counter. But if you find it in any other shop, it will be heavily discounted as well. So basically, you don't have to pay that heavy buck to, like acquire either of this fragrance. But then this is not a joke. This is not, like if you're thinking you're not gonna get value, you're gonna get value. The third fragrance I was talking about is that from Creed, all right, original Santal. Never smelled it because in our area, Malaysia and Bangladesh, Creeds are not very available to us. We don't have any Creeds boutique. They only carry the females fragrances. If they have one in Malaysia, they carry only female fragrances. But then I would imagine Creed actually copied the concept of both these fragrances because they came out much later. Makes sense, right? But I believe the quality would be much better in terms of synthetic and non-synthetic, the components they use, because Creed, they charge you a lot. It's a niche house. So I would imagine because of their price point, not just because they are a niche house, I feel they use a lot of better ingredients and much more natural ingredients, not like the synthetic ones. So basically their quality would be good. But the thing is, I heard from my friends who own it, they say their performance is nowhere near Joop Homme. Some people say it's formulated, reformulated, and all. The thing is, despite the reformulation, just like this one after reformulation lost his manhood, I firmly believe Joop Homme didn't lose its manhood at all. So if you can actually, two things. If you can actually let go of that, if you can let go of that slight differences, and you can let go of your preference of niche and design, you're not very particular, you can go for either one of these two. All right, these two fragrances, because they're way cheaper. The smell, I won't say exactly same because I honestly speaking I have never smelled that one, but then they share a lot of similar notes. And if you're into designer game, and second thing is if you are into a budget like I'm always buying designers until this point because that's all I can afford at this moment. Maybe someday I get really rich and stuff, yeah, I'm gonna look into House of Creed, Amouage and all. But in our average Joe's book, both of them are worth having. If you like little bit strong, potent, all day, no rules, absolute, bonkers. This is 80s baby, but if you can imagine 70s also, people are rockstars, hippies and stuff. They're hearing loud music, they're rock and roll. Joop Homme. Office, understated, still sweet, colder evenings during the winter. If you're having a suit on, if you're going for a dinner, date, Mont Blanc Individual. The juice is so sexy. It's a color I mentioned a few days ago, Invictus, that juice color that looks like this, and I call that one color of devil. All right, so it's a bad boy scent. Exactly, this is sort of bad boy, but bit more educated and not so wild. Mont Blanc Individual. Which one you should go for? Leave it totally up to you. Try both side by side if you can find them, and you'll see what I mean by craziness. This is crazy. This is toned down craziness. Very, very suited down version of this. Both last a very long time. This one a lot more than this, but you're gonna get performance from both of them. So comparatively, side by side. Sorry, by the way, I didn't show you the box. Sorry. So this is the box of Mont Blanc Individual. Nothing serious, nothing special. You're gonna see Individual, Mont Blanc, and whatnot, and your 75 ml. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Yep. So basically, that's not 95. Sorry, 90 ml. This is a 75 ml bottle. That's the only size. Sorry, it's not even 90. Oh, so sad. And there's a smaller bottle is 50 ml, which looks ugly, by the way. This bottle actually is the nicer one. The bottle looks really big, but only 75 ml juice. Okay, so no, maybe not so cheap. All right, but then still pretty good deal on both. So basically, is the hype worth on these fragrances, especially Mont Blanc Individual? I say these, both of these don't deserve that sort of hype that Sauvage got. Like Sauvage has the pineapple note and stuff because it's Dior. It's gonna get hyped. All right, easy. But this is because this Mont Blanc Individual. What I see, Jeremy, thank you for making a little bit hype on this, because houses like Mont Blanc, Lacoste, you know, they also deserve respect. They have some few, you know, decent fragrances that people really like. You know, they could purchase them for much cheaper, and you can get performance out of them as well. So why not Mont Blanc Individual? So yeah, so for my point and marks for this, longevity projection, no question, 10/10. Compliments, middle, in the middle of the road, you know, like love or hate, easy. Who can wear this? Men and women, yeah, both can pull this off. Who is this for? For collectors who want their iconic fragrances in their collection, just for collection purpose. Even you see my juice is going down, I'm a collector. At the same time, I'm a fan of this fragrance. So for me, yeah, it's a must have, because I wanted the pink juice so badly, so alluring, so sexy. It's just like a, never mind, it's a bad thing I was gonna mention, but then when you go to Paris and stuff, you know, you see, you go to that red light district and you smell a little bit of perfume that's coming around from the ladies at night. Yeah, Joop Homme. So total mark out of 10 in my books, I'll give this 9.5. But as I said, love or hate fragrance. So watch out, be careful, all right? Sniff it before you buy, try it on your skin, see the dry down. This one, longevity and projection, 8, 8. Not as good as Joop Homme, as you can see, but still very good performer, all right? Not reformulated yet, as far as I know. Compliments, more likely you're gonna get compliments with this than the Joop Homme, all right? So compliment for compliment, also get 8, maybe 8.5, all right? Overall mark, the price that I had to pay, little higher. Yeah, I'll tell you a little. Now that I see 75 ml, which I never noticed, I guess. So yeah, for that, yeah, maybe the price, if you can pay a little bit less than what I paid, yeah. Overall mark, I'll give this 8. Follows, although I'm very, very consistent, right? So 8 out of 10. If you think of overall, you know, like overall situation, like if you're looking into fragrance game and whatnot, this one will go 7. But for what it is, what it started, the trend, the sweet fragrance trend with the fruitiness, a little bit cinnamony, bit, you know, chilled weather and cold weather, and then you can imagine Creed copied that concept of these fragrances. They deserve much more respect than 7, guys. All right. So yeah, very nice fragrances, and I would suggest, if you're really looking for a safer fragrance, go with this. If you are the gutsy guy and you are daring guy, go with the Pink Baby. Performer, beast. All right. So before I finish the long video, one tip I want to give you. These days I happen to give 1 or 2 tips here and there. So some people are, you know, like complaining of the fragrances, they don't last, they don't give you the performance. So for me, I think it happens because when your skin is very dry, because fragrances usually hang on to skin, oily skin, all right? So how you can make your skin a bit more moist? I know people hate that word moist, but then still, that's the word. So you can go a little bit of lotion and stuff on your skin, but then they contain some sort of perfume in them. So try to find some sort of gel, or, you know, like a cream that doesn't have any smell or perfume in it. Apply on your skin and then apply your fragrances. You will see the difference. It's going to give you much better performance, much longer it is going to hang on to your skin. All right. So basically, yeah, that's the tip of the day. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you. for the growing subscribers and the likes and the comments, and people who are, you know, thanking me for, like, the reviews. You are the guys I'm doing this for. That's all I get from this. This is my hobby. Since I'm free at this moment, I'm doing 1 or 2 videos every day. Soon or later, I'm gonna get busy. I may not get the time, and I'm gonna be doing some outdoor videos soon. So keep watching, guys. Thank you for everything, for your patience, for your love. I'll see you soon. Good night from Bangladesh.